Hi, I'm Prathamesh Sai, and this is my video demo for assignment 1 of CS7IS2. I'm going to refer to my readme.txt here, and the first thing I would say is do not run this in a PyCharm IDE because I have particular input-output packages that won't work. Also flags in the command there, so I would prefer if you were to run it in a normal terminal. And all the packages can be used with Python 3.9 if you activate the virtual environment, which is shown here, and you would see the venv text there if it's working. And then I would run this particular command with the flags, and then you can use the up and down arrow keys to then choose options and input values into the interface, which is shown here. We have 3 different options right now. We can either run in individual algorithm, we can compare multiple of them, or we can exit. So let's run one. We can run A star, breadth for search, depth for search, policy iteration, or value iteration. So let's run A star, and because we are asked to not hard code any maze sizes, I can input different columns and rows for our maze that is randomly generated. We are also asked for the number of iterations, so this is just for the metrics that are going to be shown. It'll use the last iteration and then visualize that, but it'll take the average for the metrics and it'll show that afterwards. So if I run it for 5, it generates this, and this is the last iteration that is shown. And as we can see, the search space is in yellow and the path is in cyan, and at the bottom we have the maximum memory used, the path length, the search space, and the time taken as well for this particular iteration. But yeah, then we start at the bottom right corner and we go to the top left corner, which is the target square, and if we exit it, we can see the average for the maximum memory used, the path length, and the time taken over 5 different iterations, so we can get the average and get a more better value for those metrics. Then we can run it again, and we can run different algorithms. So for example, breadth for search, and we can also input the number of columns and rows and the number of iterations. So for example 3, and this will get the last iteration shown here that is visualized, and the search space is in yellow, the path is in cyan, and we start at the bottom right and go to the top left. The maximum memory, search path length, search space, and the time taken is all shown, and the averages are shown in the terminal afterwards. So then we can compare different algorithms as well. So we can do it with only the search algorithms first. So you can search in a 25 by 25 maze and for 5 iterations, and it's going to do it for A star, depth for search, and breadth for search. And A star is in yellow, depth for search is in blue, and breadth for search is in red, as shown at the top there. And at the bottom we have the search space, path length, time taken for all 3 of them. And we can see that breadth for search has the most optimal one there. We can run it again, but run it for all the MDP ones instead. So we can do 25 by 25 for the maze size, and 5 as well for the number of iterations that we are going to use for the averages. So policy iteration is in red, and value iteration is in yellow, and both of their paths are the same here, and the path length is the same, but obviously the time taken and the memory is different there. We can then run all of them in one go. So we can do a maze size of 25 by 25 once again, and do it for 5 iterations and get the average. The metrics are shown there for the average of 5 times that they're all run, and the last iteration of them are shown here. So A star is in blue, depth for search is in red, breadth for search is in yellow, policy iteration is in green, and the value iteration is in white. The time taken is shown at the bottom for all of these, and we can see that, for example, A star is the most quick, and policy iteration is the most slow, and there's the white one there for the value iteration. So yeah, that's my demo. Thanks for watching.